Hello everyone from Chelsea Fan TV. I am outside Old Trafford after a 2-1 loss against Man United in the Premier League. It seems like every year I come here, we don't win. We fail to win. We fail to capitalise. I was going to say capitalise on chances. What chances? Barely created any. We had a chance in the first half with Cucurella which went over the bar. Apart from that, nothing else to shout about in the first half. And in the second half, Chalobah got that goal. I think Sanchez had a really good opportunity as well. But I mean, it's such a disappointing way to come out here after travelling. I spent 32 hours on the train to get to Germany and back. 16 hours both ways. I come here to Manchester. It's only 4 hours, but still, it's not a short trip. And I just feel an overwhelming sense of disappointment. I don't know if anger is the right word. Now, I was really angry last season because you have that pent-up frustration. And I feel like after Brentford, it was like, don't worry, everything's going to be okay. Bayern Munich, it is Bayern Munich, even though you conceded the goals all because of our own mistakes. But yeah, such a frustrating day because we have lost to a team that have no cohesion, that have a lack of quality. They don't even want to play their own players in their best positions. I was in the studio with everyone from United stand with Beth, and honestly, why are we not playing Fernandes in the right position? Why aren't we playing Kobbie Mainoo? All of these different things that they're frustrated about. Can you not capitalise on that? Show that we are the better team. This is not rocket science here. If I put every Chelsea player against the majority of Man United players, we make a better starting 11, full stop. All right, maybe Fernandes gets in there, maybe one or two others. Let's not go into detail, but they are such a poor team. And I remember I felt exactly the same way when Frank Lampard had his first manager and we lost 4-0 to Solskjaer. And they were still crap, even though they beat us 4-0. Nothing has changed. They are not good enough. And that just goes to show where we were today. Now, again, I haven't even spoken about the Robert Sanchez chance, the red card. That was the start of... That's the beginning of an era. Watch that, sorry. That was the beginning of an era. An era back to the same old that we saw last season, the same old that we saw the season before that. I mean, you can say what you want about Garnacho, but he's still going to have a higher league table finish than you, and he's still playing European football, and he's still going to be in the Carabao Cup as well. So, let's not sit here and talk about Garnacho too much. Anyway, going back to Robert Sanchez, I've defended him this season since the Club World Cup. I was in Atlanta when we won against LAFC in America, and I thought, fucking hell, Sanchez it's the same old. But we saw a genuine change in his ability to make an impact on this team, and he was one of the best players against Bayern Munich. He's made some really good saves at times. Hasn't necessarily had the best distribution in the world, but he hasn't cost us goals. And today was just another bozo moment. Now we can officially say that Robert Sanchez is back, and I mean, what more do I say? I'm repeating the same chords of what we spoke about last season at Brighton. In all of these different matches against Man City when we said Robert Sanchez wasn't good enough. And we decided that we were going to look to potentially make some changes in the summer. We could get Mike Maignan. We could get Petrovic. We could keep him. We could do either of those things. And we decided to get rid of our best goalkeeper and sell him to Bournemouth. We wouldn't pay an extra £4 million for Mike Maignan. And we're stuck with Robert Sanchez. So, I mean, there's nothing really for me to shout about. There's nothing for me to shout about. What am I going to say that you haven't heard already? Welcome to Chelsea, as far as I'm concerned. Welcome to the land where goalkeepers don't know how to do their job on a consistent basis, where they consistently make mistakes that lead to goals. And I'm not just talking about Robert Sanchez either today. I thought Jorgensen could have been better. One of the goals, I can't remember if it was the first or second, my mind's gone blurry, but the ball's bobbling up in the air, and you're just saying to yourself, keeper, claim it. I know that Sanchez makes mistakes. He would have claimed that ball. And Jorgensen's just stuck on his line. It's kindergarten stuff. Have a bit of confidence, have some cojones, and go for the ball. Am I speaking another language here? I am not a footballer, guys. I'm not a footballer. These are basic things. You know what else is basic is trying to score goals, which we didn't try and do in the first half because we had a player sent off. I thought Maresca adapted relatively well in terms of the fact that we were able to get a goal back. But does that mean it was good enough? Absolutely not. Our most creative outlet in that second half was Reece James. And that's where the goal came from for Chalobah. Credit to Chalobah. I'm a big fan of Chalobah. And well done getting the goal. We had a goal that was disallowed as well. Second time in 2 games we've had that. Really, really frustrating. And you know, it was a game of crosses. Crosses was where all the action came from. But you don't have to do anything special to get a ball in the box. You have to find a space, whip it, and get it on someone's head. And I just feel like we were beaten by a team that really didn't have much more to their game than crosses. Like, what else did Man United do that threatened us today? I just think it was, honestly, it's soul destroying. I'm standing here in the rain. I don't know how much we spent on our Airbnb. If I'm honest, it didn't cost an arm and a leg. It wasn't that expensive, but it's the effort, it's the time. And I've said to people as well, I want to come into this season as a new man trying to find the positives, and I will. And I'm not Maresca out for this. Nobody should be, but it gets to a stage after not winning 1 game, 2 games. This is our 3rd game. There is concern, and you should be concerned. Why would you not be concerned when we haven't won a game in 3 matches? You can still be confident that we can bounce back, but it's concerning. No clean sheet. Losing to Bayern is one thing. Man United are just rubbish. And I honestly feel like if we can't beat them now, when will we ever beat these guys? They will never get worse than they are right now. They will never get to a level where progression is going from 15th to 10th. Remember I was telling people how Pochettino progressed up from 12th to 6th? That's where Man United are, and worse. And we still couldn't win. So now we go back, try and enjoy what we can of the evening, but I think ultimately it's just disappointing, guys. I mean, Caicedo, Enzo, they did the best they could. I thought Santos was okay. Gusto made a good impact on the left-hand side. No complaints in that sense. I did think that James could have gone on the left-hand side initially, but I actually think it's the right decision to keep him on the right because he was the one whipping all those balls in. How beautiful is it to see James actually in that position where he can cause an impact? It was really, really nice to see. But it's just a shame we couldn't get the result as well. I also want to give a lot of credit to João Pedro, who was so isolated throughout the game. And he had no support. He was still making turns, still beating players, and he had nobody else to look for, and he had to try and do it all on his own. We all know that's impossible. And just to talk about, one of the benefits of our recruitment this season, if we look at Sesko, for example, compare him to João Pedro, I mean, that's great business, guys, that we've done. And I give credit for that, but the centre-back is an issue right now, and the goalkeeper's an even bigger one, as far as I'm concerned, in the long-term future of this club. So let me know what you think, guys, if you agree or disagree with anything I've said, and we will catch up very, very soon.